welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So much great news concerning the team that you just signed with. What made you pick the Giants?
Just kind of growing up, I was always a Giants fan. I think I posted a picture when I first signed that my first football set was a Giants set, the little plastic helmet with the pants and the jersey. So I kind of always admired the organization in the state of New York from afar, being a Tennessee kid.
A lot of people will always bring up Odell because that's who they traded, and then you are coming in. But it's not like you're filling in where Odell left. What we just heard the coach say there, I think what Pat Shurmur's talked about as well with you and Saquon. There's a lot of versatility that you bring to this team that'll be a completely different look than what Odell brought, correct?
Yeah, I'm just coming in trying to be the best possible me, just help this team win any way I possibly can. But when I look at our roster and who we have so far, we have a bunch of guys who can be moved all over the place and make plays. And that makes it difficult for defenses. So, I don't want to be compared to anyone because I'm my own person and I'm just going to play hard and give my best every time I step on the field, and also try to bring guys along with me like Corey Coleman and the younger guys and help say any way I can. But I'm excited for this year. It should be fun. I think we're going to surprise a lot of people. And we're putting in the work right now.
What makes you say that you think you're going to surprise people?
I don't listen to the media very much, but the things I'm hearing that we're young and we're developing and we have so many glaring holes. And I think, how we're working right now, we're going to be just fine.
You look at your career, for those that don't know, you were on a Seattle team that won the Super Bowl. Then you went to Detroit, and 4+ seasons with Detroit, traded last year to Philly. But in the 4 full seasons with the Lions, you caught at least 90 passes in each of those 4 years. That's an amazing level of productivity. How did you sustain that?
I've always been a believer that any ball to me is a good ball. I don't know how many opportunities I'm going to get a year or per game, but I want to make all of them work. So I'm going to give maximum effort to catch anything that comes my way. And that's just kind of my mentality. I think that's what separates me from a lot of guys, that I'm going to catch more balls I'm going to drop.
And you're being humble now, but on the field, you're an ankle breaker. I mean, that's what you are. And Saquon, that's why I like you two together, because he's a guy that's always a first miss, right? It's always got to be the second tackle on him. You're the same way. I mean, you're out there, you break ankles, you can be in the slot, you can come out of the backfield. Do you think about what the two of you together, after watching what Saquon Barkley did as a rookie, do you consider right now what the two of you can become because of the way you both are, how difficult both of you are to tackle?
Yeah, I definitely understand how versatile Say is, and that guy is a specimen. I just get caught staring at him. I mean, he's over the top competitive, and I think that's what makes him so good, and that's what's going to make him the best in the game. I mean, the guy competes in everything. But going back to your question, I'm excited to block for a guy like that, for one, because the first guy's not going to bring him down, and hopefully the guys around us feel the same for me. That once the ball gets in my hand, there's no telling what's going to happen. We don't always have to throw the ball 60 yards down the field to make a big play. You can start off with 5 yards down the field and let us work to get those first downs. And with the help of the tight ends and other receivers and the linemen, I think we can do some great things.
What are the challenges when you come in with a new team to get the chemistry going with a quarterback, whether it's Eli or maybe down the line the young Daniel Jones?
I would say right now for me is just kind of learning the material. Right now it's a lot. I'm in a new city, completely new teammates, new coaches, new playbook. Things I didn't have to think about in the past, like where I'm going to live, are just all on my mind right now. But this is the time to kind of iron those things out. We work from 7 to 1 o'clock, so I have time to go home and study, golf, do more studying.
How's the golf game?
It's okay. It's coming along. I mean, it hasn't peaked yet, but it's getting there. Played some great courses so far.
That's the one thing about this area. You can get caught up in a lot of different courses. But I got to ask, are you a good dancer?
No.
I got a reason why I'm asking.
No.
You're going to have to learn the salsa, I think, because I could see you being used a lot like Victor Cruz was used in a very similar type situation, which could lead to a lot of touchdowns for you. Because, again, with all the focus on Saquon, the fit in Philly wasn't great for you. But as Bill mentioned, in Detroit, you put up big-time numbers. With a threat like Saquon Barkley, there's great opportunity here for you.
Yeah. I mean, if learning salsa guarantees 10 touchdowns and 1,200 yards. I'm going straight there
Get some
after
lessons.
here. Let's do it.
One of the same genes as you. I feel like I'm in all right here. We got the same. I mean, if I'm dressing like you, then all is good here, right?
That's as far as it goes, though, the comparison. And we can go and please.
You know,
let 'em know.
Alan brought this up earlier. Of all the receivers in the entire league, since 2014, you have broken the most tackles. How are you able to do that? I mean, obviously you're in great shape, but you're not that big a guy.
I got a big heart, most
I
importantly.
like it. I like it.
Well, my background's been at running back, and that's kind of, I was recruited at running back until I stepped foot on campus and I was a receiver, which I have no regrets. But, you know, I understand I'm not the biggest, and I just don't like to be tackled. So I just try to break all tackles.
Who does?
You never know. You know, you just never know. I mean, any play can break for a big one. I never know what play's going to decide the game or what's going to be a huge first down or a huge touchdown. So, again, it goes back to I don't know how many opportunities I'm going to get per game or per year. So I want to maximize each opportunity. And it's one of those things I've been blessed with, strong legs and, you know, been able to just fight through a lot of arm tackles. Now
you're going to play a home for you now will be MetLife Stadium. You played the biggest game of your career in that stadium. What was the Super Bowl like?
It was a dream come true. I mean, it's something that I dreamed about as a young boy. I would go out and simulate, you know, Brett Favre throwing me a pass, Peyton Manning, Eli Manning, of course. It's just now it became a reality. Next thing you know, I was, you know, fast forward a bunch of years, but I'm, you know, flying into New York and I'm going to MetLife, and the entire city's all about the Seattle Seahawks and Denver Broncos. And, you know, even to this day, like going into the bubble, it brings back memories from that week, such a special week. And it's just, I want to get that feeling again. And it makes me work so much harder to get back there. But, you know, I need another ring to even it out.
Balance it out.
Yeah.
You mentioned Eli, and a lot of the talk here in New York, I know you don't pay attention to the media, so I'll let you know. Some people think he's done. There's a lot of conversation about how long he can play. Eli has talked about how he wants to continue to play. As somebody that can help his career continue, is there, as a receiver, do you look at a guy like Eli and say, I get a chance to play with a guy like that, a future Hall of Famer, two-time champion, and I can benefit from him, but he can benefit from me as well?
Yeah, just, you know, I've been here for I guess 3 or 4 weeks now, and I've caught a decent amount of passes from him. I mean, the guy still spins it. I mean, he has a lot of velocity. He's very accurate right now. So I'm excited to see, you know, what we can make happen. But I think he's got a lot left in the tank. But I mean, we'll see. I'm just trying to, you know, spend time with him, get to know him as a person, as a player, and like you said, hopefully help his career and he can help my career. You know, hopefully I can be a safety blanket for this team, specifically on offense, and you know, we'll see how far we can take it.
You had a chance to check out Daniel Jones at all last week?
I didn't. The rookies did their thing, and I did my thing in San Diego with my family, so I didn't get to see much. You guys probably know more than I do.
Yeah. We're all still learning pretty much, but that's probably the most difficult thing. I know Bill mentioned it, but you're probably with a new team, 2 quarterbacks as well. You know, there's some things that are voluntary, but you probably want to get as close to the guys throwing to you as you can so that the comfort zone, the chemistry, whatever it is, gets done sooner rather than later, right?
Yeah. And I'm kind of dealing with that situation with everyone. I'm on a brand new team, so I'm trying to get to know the receivers, the backs, the linemen, sprinkling in the defensive guys. We don't spend much time with them. So right now, but obviously most important is you know, spend time with Eli and Jones once he gets here. But it's, you know, these guys love to play ball. I love to play ball. And ultimately, that's what's going to bring us together. And we all have the one goal in mind and to win. So I don't know who's going to be starting, what the plan is, but I'm going to do my job the best I possibly can. And I'm rooting for whoever's in there because I want to win.